Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the main news on Camnet TV, coming to you live on Topstar channel 106 on Kinstream app. We are also streaming live on Facebook, Camnet TV, as well as on our YouTube channel, Camnet TV. Here are the headlines in our news tonight. CSOs demand HALT to SINO meters operations, rejects inadequate compensation for pollution victims. NESTLÉ Zambia ordered to pay 13.8 million kwacha in back taxes following Supreme Court ruling. President HICHILEMA appoints Major General CHIWAYA as new Deputy Air Force Commander. In international news, Cameroon's Paul Biya faces legal challenge over presidential eligibility. And in sports news, Zambian referees gate FIFA co-op for World Cup qualifier. I will be back with the details shortly after this break.
Get all the latest updates in court news only on Camnet TV. We take you and make you feel part of the court sessions through our in-depth coverage of the adjudication process. Get informed on those who have been arrested, delayed and denied the police bond or bail victims, persons taking plea, court adjournments, verdicts, and those administration issues in the judiciary. You can also follow and give us a like on our social media platforms. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
With the news in detail, my name is Sylvia Zulu. Zambia Environmental Justice Coalition ZEJC is demanding the halt of operations at SINO meters and Rogine mining until a full cleanup and restoration of polluted sites is carried out. The coalition says affected communities remain at risk as government and the mining firms continue to downplay the extent of contamination. Speaking on behalf of ZEJC, Zambia Alliance for Women Executive Director Cesar Katebe said it was unacceptable that mining activities were reportedly continuing at SINO meters before proper remediation of the polluted areas. He added that 6 government updates in 6 months showed a dangerous lack of agency in addressing what he described as one of the worst environmental disasters in recent years. Mr. Katebe further criticized the compensation process announced by authorities, which offered 16.2 million kwacha to about 700 affected individuals, with some residents receiving as little as 400 kwacha.
The coalition is alarmed by the seemingly contradictory statements emanating from the different parties relating to the same incident. This was further compounded by the recent revelations carried out in an article by Bloomberg on the 13th of August 2025. It is disconcerting that the articles states that, for the record, troubling facts and information pertaining to the scale of the pollution, which was seemingly being understated by authorities and SINO meters knowingly or unknowingly. The recent events on the heels of our coalition's engagement with the Minister of Green Economy and Environment, held on the 29th of July 2025, during the said engagement, the Minister of Green Economy and Environment acknowledged the multi-sectoral efforts by government institutions, such as Minister of Green Economy, ZEMA, the Ministry of Mines, Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, Water Development and Sanitation, Disaster Management Unit, and the Copper Belt Provincial Administration to address the environmental disaster caused by the 2 mining companies. We note the reported ongoing assessment and cleanup efforts and the commitment to a comprehensive environmental impact assessment (EIA) involving over 1,000 samples, as mandated by Section 107 of the Environmental Management Act, communicated by government in that meeting. However, we remain gravely concerned.
The Advocates for Democratic Governance Foundation, ADEG, has described the deferment of the non-governmental organizations NGOs Bill number 6 as a positive step towards building consensus and safeguarding civic space in Zambia. ADEG Executive Director Gideon Musonda says the organization welcomes the announcement by Community Development and Social Services Minister Doreen Mwamba to postpone the bill in order to allow for wider consultations with stakeholders. He notes that the decision demonstrates government's willingness to listen to concerns raised by civil society and opens the door for more inclusive engagements. Mr. Musonda explained that ADEG, together with other civil society organizations, has constantly called for a fair and enabling regulatory framework that promotes accountability without undermining the vital role of NGOs in advancing democracy, development, and human rights.
The Advocates for Democratic Governance Foundation welcomes the announcement by the Minister of Community Development and Social Services, Honorable Doreen Mwamba, on the deferment of the NGO Bill number 6 to allow for further consultations with stakeholders. As an organization that has consistently advocated for transparent, inclusive, and right-respecting registration governing NGOs, ADEG highly commend this development. It is a positive step towards ensuring that the eventual law reflects the aspirations of the people and strengthens civic space in Zambia. ADEG, in collaboration with other CSOs advocacy around NGO Bill number 6, has consistently highlighted the need for a fair and enabling regulatory framework that strengthens accountability without stifling civil society's vital role in promoting democracy, development, and human rights. The legislation that will make a difference in protecting and promoting the constitutional rights to freedom of association. We therefore commend government for listening to the concerns raised by the NGOs, civil society, and for opening up space for deeper engagement. ADEG engages that the next phase of consultations be genuine, participatory, and transparent, ensuring that the voices of grassroots organizations and community-based groups are equally heard.
The Tobacco-Free Association of Zambia has questioned why the long-awaited Tobacco Control Bill has not yet been enacted into law, despite its potential to safeguard public health. The bill, which has been pending for the past 15 years, is intended to regulate tobacco use and protect citizens, particularly young people, from its harmful effects. Association Executive Director Brenda Chitindi told Camnet News that the prolonged delay is detrimental to public health as children and youth continue to suffer from the effects of tobacco use. She stressed that without the necessary legislation, efforts to curb the widespread use of tobacco products remain limited. Ms. Chitindi explained that tobacco use not only poses severe health risks but also places an additional burden to the healthcare system, which continues to grapple with tobacco-related illnesses.
We have seen even some of the late head of state of Zambia who used to smoke tobacco. Where are they? So definitely we need this bill to be reconsidered so that it's enacted very fast. And the government should not entertain the tobacco industry, no. Why should they entertain the tobacco industry? Preventing a public health issue, which is very, very important to human life. Why should they entertain the tobacco industry? Why should tobacco industry give instructions to, for example, Minister of Health? This bill, it should be in line with this. With them, they're looking at the profits. Minister of Health should argue it out because they're looking at the health of the people, and they cannot listen to the tobacco industry now, because the tobacco industry has put these quotations on the tobacco control bill. Let's listen to them. Just look, when I go to the hospital, I have a cardiac issue. Now the medical doctor professional are telling me what to do so that I am saved. And then somebody says, no, don't do that. You should do this. Contradicting. Which one should I follow? What should means the government to follow? Should they follow profit or to save the lives of the people? So I urge the government to look at it seriously. The head of state, the president.
NESTLÉ Zambia Limited has been ordered to pay 13,860,103 kwacha to the Zambia Revenue Authority ZARA following a Supreme Court ruling delivered on 20th August 2025. The decision comes after a long-running legal battle over a transfer pricing audit conducted by ZARA, which challenged the company's reporting of consistent losses between 2010 and 2014. ZARA Corporate Communications Manager Oliver Nzala says the authority had initially adjusted NESTLÉ Zambia's profit to 56,579,48 kwacha and levied the corresponding tax of 13.8 million kwacha. NESTLÉ Zambia appealed the assessment at the Tax Appeals Tribunal in Lusaka, contesting 6 grounds, including allegations of wrongful assessment and improper characterization as a limited risk distributor. NESTLÉ Zambia has argued that ZARA's benchmarking study was unacceptable, relying on Western comparable that did not reflect the economic conditions of Zambia. The company contended that certain unrealized foreign exchange losses were unfairly added back and that related party transactions were not tested objectively. NESTLÉ succeeded on 5 of the 6 grounds before the Tax Appeals Tribunal.
As an authority, we are happy and we welcome the ruling by the Supreme Court of Zambia, in this case where the Zambia Revenue Authority and the government of the Republic of Zambia will be able to recover lost revenue amounting to slightly over 13.8 million. We will continue ensuring that all eligible taxpayers, be it in the informal sector, small and medium taxpayers, including the large, all pay their fair share of taxes, and would like to implore all taxpayers in actual sense that they need to ensure that you do the correct thing, make correct declarations. And of course, for the large taxpayers, of course, this is a case of transfer pricing. We want to ensure that they're doing the right thing, regardless of the status of the taxpayer. We just want to implore all the taxpayers to ensure that the correct thing is done, the right taxes are paid, correct declarations are also made to the Zambia Revenue Authority. One of the things that we do as an authority is to ensure that we encourage these taxpayers to always check their books, check with your accountants and all those members of staff within your institution that are in charge of your taxpayers, to ensure that they do the correct thing. So this is a welcome ruling on behalf of the ZARA and the people of Zambia, just to ensure that the correct taxes are recovered.
Israel's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Gideon Saar, has uploaded President Hakainde Hichilema as one of Zambia's most respected, Africa's most respected and visionary leaders, highlighting his influence across the continent. Minister Saar made the remarks during a courtesy call on President Hakainde Hichilema at State House following the official opening of the Israel Embassy in Zambia. Welcoming the development, President Hichilema described the embassy's opening as the beginning of a new chapter in Zambia-Israel relations. He expressed Zambia's keen interest in Israeli expertise to modernize the nation's agriculture sector, with a particular focus on transitioning from rain-fed farming to advanced irrigation systems. The president emphasized Zambia's readiness to adopt innovative agricultural technologies to enhance productivity, strengthen food security, and build resilience against climate change. He also called for collaboration between Zambian and Israeli expertise to study water harvesting systems and optimize the country's natural water resources for sustainable development.
President Herzog, who, when we conducted a state visit in 2023, gave us what I call family time to discuss our bilateral relationship, a long-term bilateral relationship, to discuss how we can deepen this partnership. Us, that is important. The friendship, ties spanning over many years, I must say. My predecessors, the presidents before me, the presidents before President Herzog and Prime Minister Netanyahu, and our people of Israel, people of Zambia, have been together for such a long time. And a lot has been done. The minister has raised the issues around specific areas of cooperation, training, various sectors, agriculture, education per se, medical field, not just the training, but the provision of specialist services, HALT specialists who have come here over and over, year after year, to attend to our patients, and sometimes taking our patients into Israel.
Northwestern Provincial Agricultural Coordinator Muyobo Shimabale has implored all district agricultural coordinators and district marketing development officers in the province to step up preparations for the 2025-2026 farming season under the Farmer Input Support Program FISIP. Mr. Shimabale emphasized that with all districts now operating under the 100% e-voucher system, collaboration with agro-dealers and seed companies is key to ensuring that targeted small-scale farmers receive inputs on time. The Provincial Agriculture Coordinator was speaking when he graced the District Agricultural Coordinators and District Marketing Development Officers meeting organized by SIDCO Zambia in Solwezi.
As the 2025-2026 farming season approaches, preparations are underway, not only in the fields, but also among the key stakeholders in the agriculture sector. To ensure a smooth rollout of the Farmer Input Support Program FISIP in Northwestern Province, SIDCO Zambia has hosted a collaborative meeting with all 11 district agriculture coordinators and district marketing development officers held in Solwezi. Gracing the event, Northwestern Provincial Agricultural Coordinator Muyo Shimabale urged his staff to fully prepare and work closely with agro-dealers to ensure timely delivery of inputs to small-scale farmers.
Of course, on the brink of beginning the 2025-2026 Farmer Input Support Program. So it is very, very important for us, it is incumbent upon us to ensure that farmers are able to access inputs, and we need to keep this partnership in place. We need to continue partnering together so that we ensure that our production, our productivity continues to go up as a province.
SIDCO Zambia Head of Sales Jasper Simanengo emphasized the importance of such partnership in supporting farmers and strengthening the agricultural value chain.
The DACOs are involved in the planning, implementation, monitoring and evaluation of agricultural activities. We are about to start the FISP program. You are aware that the FISP is 100%. It is important that we collaborate with the DACOs, us as SIDCO, to make sure that we meet the needs and the expectations of the farmers.
As for district agricultural coordinators from Solwezi and Kabompo, the meeting is timely and crucial for effective planning.
As it is, the inputs could be in the district even before the farmer input support program begins, so that even as the farmers are getting ready to get inputs, we have the inputs already seated in the agro dealers' shops.
It's important that we understand how they are positioning themselves, what new innovations have they got for our farmers.
In closing, Ikerenga District Agricultural Coordinator Wadiaponga thanked SIDICO for their proactive approaches in ensuring farmers receive inputs on time ahead of the season.
We need to carry this message, carry this important weight on our shoulders, because without us, our farmers may not access this valuable information. The President is very clear. We need to produce 10 million metric tons by 2027. So I want to encourage you that we are here to hold hands and see the vision for Zambia.
Krivach Tuta, reporting in Solwezi, Northwestern Province.
Republican President Hakainde Hichilema has appointed Brigadier General Henry CHIWAYA as the new Deputy Air Force Commander and promoted him to the rank of Major General. The appointment was made in line with Articles 91 Clause 1 and 92 Clause 2E of the Constitution of Zambia. The head of state has at the same time relieved Major General Kalaluka of his duties as Deputy Air Force Commander and redeployed him into the diplomatic service. President Hichilema expressed gratitude to the outgoing commander for his distinguished service in the Zambia Air Force and wished him success in his new role. In announcing the appointment, President Hichilema congratulated Major General CHIWAYA, describing the promotion as well-deserved. He urged the new Deputy Air Force Commander to execute his duties with loyalty, discipline, and total commitment to the Constitution and the people of Zambia. The President emphasized that professionalism and patriotism remain the cornerstone values of the Defense Forces. He expressed confidence that Major General CHIWAYA will continue to uphold these values and contribute to strengthening the Zambia Air Force. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Gift Sialubalo, has ordered an investigation into the challenges faced by some local authorities in utilizing Constituents Development Fund CDF resources. He said the probe will help identify root causes and allow struggling councils to learn from those demonstrating best practices in project implementation. The minister issued the directive during a tour of various CDF-funded projects in Solwezi East constituents of Mushindano district. He was accompanied by Northwestern Province Permanent Secretary Colonel Gradson Wishikoti Katambi and Mushindano Town Council Secretary Gabriel Lui. Mr. Sialuvalo noted that while Mushindano had made significant strides in project delivery, some councils across the country continue to lag behind. He emphasized that the government wants every district to benefit equally from the fund and that lessons from successful projects should be replicated nationwide to ensure efficiency and accountability.
Those constituencies that are lagging behind, we need to isolate and see to address the real challenges they are facing. Yes, because the resources are given to every member of parliament. One thing that we really take for granted as Zambians is we think releasing 36.1 million kwacha is as easy as taking a cup of water. It is not. And you are not just releasing 36.1 million kwacha to one constituency. You are releasing 36.1 million kwacha to 156 parliamentary constituencies. Where do you get the resources? It needs a president who is sharp up there. It needs a president who knows what he's doing. It needs a president who is connected to reality and the world. It needs a president whose hands are not long. It needs a president who knows to say he wants to leave Zambia better than he found it. And this is what we are saying. It's very, very encouraging. I'm impressed, Honorable Member of Parliament. What I've seen, Mushindano is changing and changing for the better.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Minister.
Some community members in Lutola area of Nalolo district have expressed concern over the Food Reserve Agency's FRA plan to close the local maize sheds and retrieve maize bags that were allocated for residents to purchase. Litoya Cooperative Chairperson Mulonda Liuwi told Camnet News that the FRA should reconsider its decision, noting that most households in the area experienced poor harvests this season and depend on the maize stock for their food security. Mr. Liwilu appealed to the agency to allow the maize to remain in Lutoya for local consumption rather than transporting it back to Mongu. Meanwhile, Nalolo Member of Parliament Imanga Wamunyima has urged residents to remain calm as he engages the FRA to prevent the withdrawal of the commodity.
Food Reserve Agency is mandated to intensify its maize purchasing program, particularly in rural areas, to ensure food security and support farmers. This directive is part of a broader effort to strengthen national food reserves and address potential shortages. The Food Reserve Agency is also tasked with making maize more accessible to communities in drought-affected areas through decentralized sales. But the situation in Nalolo district is different, especially in the area where the Food Reserve Agency has decided to return the maize meant for the people in the area to buy. The area member of parliament for Naroro constituency, Imanga Mnyima, has assured to intervene in the matter by engaging Food Reserve Agency officers.
With regards to the concern over this shed, that's why I came last night to stop FRA from closing it and to engage them at national level, national management level, on why the order number is not being sent here for 1 month. The maize has been here for 1 month. People are starving, and it's unacceptable that that same maize being kept for 1 month now has to be retrieved to say it's not being bought. So this is an issue, an administrative issue FRA needs to resolve. Instead of closing the shed, they must improve the access. So as the area MP, I'm engaging them, and I have assured the community that I will not allow the shed to be closed.
Retail Cooperative Chairperson Mulondali Wiru appreciated government for rescuing them from hunger and is appealing to Food Reserve Agents not to close the shed as most people have no food.
Kupa hulu uba FRA kuli bakutse muhupuru wabona wakulu kwalela shed ye kakuli haba lukwalela shed ye sibaka kaufera se sikashwa tala kihani kupa ba FRA kuli bakutse muhupuru wabona wakuli bakwale shed ye kakuli haba kakwala shed chole nelukupa hulu kuli ba FRA kambe kwa konala basike balukwalela shed ye.
Meanwhile, other residents also echoed on the matter, stating that most people did not have a bumper harvest due to floods.
Mwashidona mo alusina kutulo ende lukutuzi kwanu kwa Litoya alusika kutula chole shedi ye kuli muto yinga luna halulumeli lwa kupa 10 alumila eli kono lwa mikupa kambe kwa kona la mulutuse shedi ye ibeteni
pokuba FRA ikuli kambe mbonye yazwe la pitikule kisizwa wanafa isinge ya kwaliwa muzo au lutuse ilekse zona.
Musiwa Kabila, Camnet News in Naroro District, Western Province.
Electoral Commission of Zambia Chairperson Mrs. Mwangala Zalomis has called for operational excellence and unwavering commitment to integrity, transparency and collaboration during the mass voter registration. Mrs. Zalomis said her commission is expected to carry out mass voter registration from 13th October 2025 to 11th November 2025. She revealed that so far 30 registration centers have been established across the country. Mrs. Zalomis said the conduct of the mobile voter registration will be a build-up on the register of voters that was developed from 2020 up to date.
The Electoral Commission of Zambia has embarked on an ambitious target of 100% voter registration. Speaking during the Central Province briefing in Kawe, ECZ Commissioner McDonald Chipenzi, who spoke on behalf of the ECZ chairperson Mangala Zalumisi, called for excellency and professionalism during the mass mobile voter registration.
The Commission has met with finance, audit, procurement, stores, and cashiers who will be involved in this exercise. Today, we are meeting human resource coordinators and district voter education coordinators alongside district registration officers, because each of you has a critical role to play in ensuring that mass voter registration is implemented successfully.
Provincial Registration Officer Clint Susiku urged the District Voter Education Committee to do their work diligently.
The Commission holds you in highest esteem in this exercise, and I have no doubt that you apply yourselves to the tasks ahead of you in this meeting.
In his welcome remarks, Kabwe District Registration Officer Jovak Singoma reminded the participants of the need to produce an accurate voters register.
Seated here, just tell the people that here in the country, if there are people that matter, the top 10, I'm number 1 myself. Just tell them that without me, there will not be an accurate register of voters. Without me, no one is going to register. Without me, no one will know that there is registration of voters. So you are a very, very important person right now. Okay? Very, very important person. Let no one look down upon you.
For the participants, they are ready to work.
It's going to help me so much. It's going to help everyone who's attending, because it's going to equip us with the knowledge needed in order to educate the community. We have voter education facilitators that are recruiting. We have DVEX to educate the community on the importance of voting.
Helen Witte reporting from Kabwe, Central Zambia.
This is the main news on Camnet TV. We'll now take a set of commercials. I will be back with the rest of the news after the break. Keep watching.
Get all the latest updates in court news only on Camnet TV. We take you and make you feel part of the court sessions through our in-depth coverage of the adjudication process. Get informed on those who have been arrested, delayed and denied the police bond or bail victims, persons taking plea, court adjournments, verdicts, and those administration issues in the judiciary. You can also follow and give us a like on our social media platforms. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
Are you looking for a reliable and efficient courier company with international standards? Then let UBZ Courier, your trusted partner in swift and secure deliveries, be your ultimate choice. Whether it's a small package or a hefty consignment, UBZ Courier handles it all, locally and internationally. Our modern call center ensures personalized attention for every client. For seamless deliveries within Zambia and beyond, trust UBZ Courier. Call us now on +260 763 062 680 or visit us at plot number 15 Mwapona Road, Woodland, Lusaka, Zambia. UBZ Courier, a world-class brand that can be trusted.
From time immemorial, we have had different types of lighting options, from those that can burn down our investments in minutes to those that dig holes in our pockets due to constant replacement and huge consumption of our ZESCO units. Savenda Electric introduces the new and advanced electric bulb with cutting-edge technology of LED that has low power consumption, gives out bright white light, and lasts up to 25,000 hours. Savenda Electric manufactures all types of LED light, like plastic LED fluorescent tubes, down lights, ceiling lights, outdoor fittings, and solar street lights made to customer specifications. Let's live on the bright side of life by choosing the wide range of Savenda electric lighting solutions that are available in all leading stores and supermarkets countrywide. For orders, call 0962 642 490 or email jnbunda@savenda.com or pchabula@savenda.com.
Enjoy the benefits of an instant loan with us ranging from 1,000 kwacha to 750,000 kwacha paid express once collateral is viewed, valued and verified. Call us on 0763 595 359 or 0779 432 993. Classified Financial Express, here as your financial friend.
Immediate coverage of any breaking or latest news in Zambia and around the world on Camnet television, call the numbers on your screen. Camnet television, bringing to your screens fair news, impartial news, credible and reliable news all the time. Get the whole truth on Camnet World News. Camnet Television, not just another channel.
Thank you so much for staying with us. And now in international news, President Paul Biya, 92, who is poised to seek an 8th term in the October elections, is facing a significant legal challenge to his candidacy. Akere Tabenga Mona, a prominent opposition figure and former president of the Cameroon Bar Association, has filed a petition before the Constitutional Council arguing that Biya is constitutionally ineligible to contest under Article 118 of the Electoral Code. The motion cites the president's advanced age, recurring health-related absences, and alleged reliance on third parties to discharge his duties as grounds for disqualification. Muna stressed that his petition is not politically motivated, but a legal necessity to safeguard the rule of law. A ruling is expected on Friday at 11 a.m. at the Palace de Congress in Yaoundé. The legal challenge comes against a backdrop of mounting concerns over electoral fairness. Here is a roundup of international news.
President Paul Biya, aged 92 and poised to seek an 8th term in the October elections, now faces a significant legal obstacle. Akere Tabeng Muna, a prominent opposition candidate and former Bar president, has filed a formal petition with the Constitutional Council alleging that Biya is constitutionally ineligible to run under Article 118 of the Electoral Code. The motion cites Biya's advanced age, recurrent health absences, and presumed dependency on third parties as grounds for disqualification. Muna emphasizes that this is not a political attack but a legal imperative to uphold the state of law. The ruling is expected this Friday at 11 a.m. at the Palais de Congrès in the capital. Recently, the Constitutional Council upheld the exclusion of Paul Biya's major rival Maurice Kamto from the ballot, raising serious doubt over the credibility of the electoral process.
Uganda says it has agreed a deal with the United States to take in deported migrants on condition that they don't have criminal records. Kampala said it would also refuse unaccompanied minors and had expressed a preference for people with African nationalities. In a statement, Uganda's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the two parties are still working out the details, but confirmed that the deal had been concluded. The agreement was first reported by CBS News, which said Washington had reached a similar deal with Honduras. Last month, 13 men described as dangerous criminals were deported to Eswatini and South Sudan. Rwanda has reportedly agreed to accept 250 migrants from the United States. Since returning to office in January, US President Donald Trump has cracked down on undocumented migrants. In June, the US Supreme Court gave the green light to efforts to deport migrants to countries other than their homeland. Human rights groups have said that the removals could violate international law.
These Somali government soldiers are on a mission to storm an Islamic State stronghold. The fighters have set up bases in rough terrain where roads are virtually unmotorable and are littered with explosives. Government forces have made slow but significant gains, retaken territory from the group, and disrupted its operations. But the fight is big and local forces are struggling, often relying on airstrikes by the US military to knock out insurgent camps.
To be honest with you, ISIS's greatest
headquarters globally is here in these mountains, Al-Miskat. I think much of the world doesn't know that we are fighting against international terrorism. These skirmishes involve fierce gun battles. The Islamic State affiliate in Somalia emerged in 2015 as a breakaway faction from Al-Shabaab. On this raid, the soldiers say they have seen evidence of Islamic State cooperation with the Houthis of Yemen.
Closely with the Houthis?
I am confident that there is, to an extent, a cooperation between the two. We have found letters that indicate there is correspondence between the Islamic State group and the Houthis. The number of Islamic State militants in the country are estimated to be in their hundreds, mostly scattered in the Al-Miskat Mountains in Puntland's Bari region.
Four Zambian match officials have been appointed by FIFA to officiate the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier between São Tomé Príncipe and Equatorial Guinea, scheduled for next month in Morocco. Leading the quartet is Hilary Hambamba, who will take charge of the Group H clash on 4th September 2025 at the Stade d'Honneur Ogudra in Okuja. Hambamba will be supported by assistant referees Mek Zulu and Tribal Nyorenda, with Chola Chansa named as the fourth official, completing an all-Zambian officiating team on the pitch. The match, which will kick off at 17 hours local time, is part of match day 7 in the African zone of the 2026 FIFA World Cup preliminary competition. In addition to the Zambian contingent, Moses Ogwanu Osano of Kenya has been appointed as the referee assessor, while Eugene Marie Diomande from Côte d'Ivoire will serve as the match commissioner. The match will be played at a neutral venue in Morocco, as São Tomé et Príncipe currently does not meet the stadium requirements to host competitive international fixtures. Well, that's it for our main news tonight. Here is a recap of the stories making headlines. CSOs demands HALT to SINO Meters operations, rejects inadequate compensation for pollution victims. NESTLÉ Zambia ordered to pay 13.8 million kwacha in back taxes following Supreme Court ruling. President HICHILEMA appoints Major General CHIWAYA as new Deputy Air Force Commander. In international news, Cameroon's Paul Biya faces legal challenge over presidential eligibility. And in sports news, Zambian referees gate FIFA call-up for World Cup qualifier. We now look at the Camnet verse for the day, coming from the book of Psalms 34 verse 18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sylvia Zulu. Remember, you have been catching us live on Topstar Channel 106, on Kenstream app, on Facebook, Camnet TV, as well as on our YouTube channel, Camnet TV. Thank you so much for watching. Good night, and God bless you all.
Monday to Thursday afternoon, join us for the Lunchtime Cafe. We get to bring to you emerging stories making the headlines, midday news, and we remind you of what political leaders and governance actors said back in the days. In Forgotten Stories, we emphasize to you the importance of eating healthy foods and leading healthy lifestyles on the Nutrition Corner. Get the latest updates in sports and critical interviews. Because we value your contribution to national matters, we accord you an opportunity to share your perspectives during the viewers' reactions. The Camnet TV Lunchtime Cafe is an all-inclusive buffet. Camnet TV, not just another channel.